Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's coffee talk, I want to talk to you guys about how to develop a positive mind so you can live a happier life. If you guys want to hear my tips and tricks on this, then just keep on watching. For today's coffee talk, I'm actually not even drinking a coffee. I have a cup of water and I sliced up some lemons and put it in there. I love having lemon water every day. It's like so much healthier. It just makes me feel so good when I drink this. And yeah, I don't know. I've been cutting back on caffeine. It's just been better for me. So yeah, just wanted to say that. So the reason why I decided to make this coffee talk video was because I actually went to go visit a friend the other morning and they were doing so bad. Like all I heard from them was a lot of negativity, was really bad vibes. It was actually giving me anxiety just talking to them. You know, he was just so sad and so depressed and just in such a rotten mood, and I felt so bad for him, and I was like, okay, take a deep breath. I was like, let's talk about this. And I started to try to cheer him up. And it felt so bad that he was in such an awful place and it was all in his head and he was just making it so much worse on himself. And as I was sitting there listening to him and talking to him, I realized, I think we've all been there. We've all gone through it where, we get in our heads and we make ourselves feel so much worse. We make situations so much worse than they really are, and we just put ourselves down and, get ourselves in these funks. And I have done it so many times. I'm constantly going through those phases where I'm like really positive, but then like I, hit a rut or something bad happens, and it's really easy to just go spiraling down all these negative thoughts. And as I was sitting there trying to cheer him up and get him to feel better, I just realized it was just a good thing for us to talk about. I really wanted to sit down and just talk about it with you guys and share some of my advice and what gets me through and what makes me feel better. Now let's just jump right into it. One of the first things I would suggest to have a more positive mind is to think about all the things that you're grateful for every day. It can be really difficult for some people, and it has been for me in the past too, where, someone's told me that, like, think of the things you're grateful for, and it's like all of a sudden our minds drop this huge blank. There's millions of things that you can be grateful for, and you can think of a few every single day. I love to sit down at night and write down a list of things I'm grateful for every night. It really does, after you do it for a certain period of time, it really changes your mood. And there's so many things that you can come up with, even if it's as simple as the fact that you woke up that morning or the sun was out. Be grateful for the people who love you that are in your life, or anything really. I mean, it can be anything, that you have a good book to read, that your favorite TV show's on, that the song you liked came on the radio. Like, there are so many little things that you can find to be grateful for, and you're going to think of more the more you do this. And it's just going to make you a more positive person, because when things come up, you're going to look on the bright side more, because you're going to be like, well, I might be in this bad situation, but at least I've got this. See what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could come up with a really good example, but I know I started driving my friends nuts with it when I would do that, and don't let that bother you. They'll get over it, trust me. But like, when someone would come at me with some negative thoughts, I would be like, well, here's the positive side to it though. And that can be annoying for some people, but you know what? They'll thank you for it later, trust me. I'm constantly seeing those quotes where it's like, complain less, appreciate more. It couldn't be more true. One of the things I would suggest to you guys is to spend more time talking about the things that you're grateful for, or the things that make you happy, the positive things about your day and your life, more than you complain. If you take a step back and you really think about it, how have you been talking all day long? Has it been really negative thoughts? Have you been complaining a lot? Have you been complaining to other people every time that you talk to them? Because not only is that draining on you, it's also draining on them as well. Just think about the things that you say out loud before you say them. If you spend more time talking about the things that you appreciate and the things that you love and the things that make you happy, you're really gonna start to feel that. Do that more than you complain. All of these little things can go wrong in our day. It's just like, it's better to just let it go than to constantly find yourself complaining about it. It's going to be so much harder to look at the positive things in life and to just like see life better if you're constantly complaining about things. And trust me, if you start talking about good things rather than the things that, make you upset or whatever, everybody's going to benefit from it. Not just you, but your friends and family are too. Like, that was one of the things that was bothering me the other day when I saw my friend. And don't get me wrong, I love my friends and my family, and I'm there for people when they're in a bad mood. It's okay, but as I said before, it was giving me some sort of anxiety just being around them because they were complaining so much. If you're constantly doing that, you're gonna drain yourself and the other person, and it's just gonna make them not want to be around you because then you're so negative they can't stand to just be there and listen to it, you know? There was this one quote. I think every time I'm gonna do one of these coffee talks, I'm probably always going to mention a quote, by the way. But there was this one quote that really stuck with me, and I seriously like kept it in my phone to look at every so often. And it was like, I don't know if it was so much a quote as it was a question. Did you really have a bad day, or was it a bad 5 minutes that you milked all day? I think that's like the biggest thing, that if you really think about that question and ask yourself that, it can put things into perspective for you. Like, you don't want to have a bad 5 minutes of your day and milk it for the entire day and just spend the whole day complaining and focusing on that one bad thing and wreck your entire day. It's just useless. It's such a waste of time and your energy when you could be focusing on more positive things. Another piece of advice I have for you guys is to focus on the things that you can control instead of the things that you can't. If you can control it, focus on that. But if you can't, let it go. Like, there's just so many times in your life, it probably happens at least once every day, where there's things that you can't control, like something that someone else does, or if there's something that you need to get done but you can't get it done right in that moment, that's okay. Why are you stressing about it right now? Like, don't do that to yourself. You can't control someone else's actions or their emotions. You know, you can deal with the situation the best that you can, but if it's out of your control, that is not something that you need to stress yourself over or make yourself feel bad or spend your day complaining about it. Like, just let it go. I know it's easier said than done, but the more you practice this, the easier it's going to be, and it's just going to make your life a lot less stressful. If I focus on the things that I can control, it makes me feel in control. I don't get as much anxiety and stuff when I do that. And then it also makes me a more productive person when I focus on the things that I can control, because I'm using all my time and energy towards things that I can make a positive impact on, or, you know, things that I need to be getting done that I can accomplish at that time. And then I feel really good about myself when it's done. And while I'm on the subject of like being productive and choosing what to spend your time and your energy on, one of the other tips I have is to be more organized. Do not procrastinate, because that can cause so much stress and negativity in your life where you don't need it. That's like one of the things that I know always makes me feel good is if I write things down in my planner and I organize my schedule and I figure out the things that I need to get done and a time I can get them done at. Like, I just feel so much more productive, and if I just continue to be responsible and not put things off to the last minute and I get everything done and out of the way, like, I just feel so much better. There are things that I don't need to stress over anymore, you know? Not everything you do is going to be fun, but if you just get that stuff done and out of the way, you're going to have more time for the things that you want to be doing instead. Okay, so my camera's actually overheating now because I've been filming for a while, but it's been nice to be able to talk to you guys about these things. So my last tip is going to be to focus on who you're surrounding yourself with. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive people. Who you interact with and spend the most time with is going to impact you as a person. You can't hang around a bunch of negative, toxic people and expect to be a happy and healthy person. It's just not going to work out that way. Find other people that enjoy being positive and looking at the bright side of life. I'm not saying do something crazy and drastic and immediately cut out people in your life who are like in a bad mood. Like, obviously not. Everybody goes through hard times. You have, I have, like, we all do. So don't just give up on somebody just because they're going through a hard time right now. This is the time where they probably need you the most. But if you're constantly finding yourself with someone who is just weighing you down all the time, who makes you feel bad about yourself, or who is toxic and like takes it out on you and blames you for their unhappiness, like, those are the people you want to stay away from. And even if you care about them and you spend a lot of time with them, it's just time to take yourself out of that situation and just be around more positive, happy people who are going to appreciate what a wonderful person you are. I've let go of some negative people the last few years, and I just feel so much better, and all the new positive people I'm meeting now just make me feel so happy and make me realize like what I was doing to myself by hanging out with people who made me feel so terrible. And I feel so much better now, and life's just more fun that way. So yeah, anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this coffee talk. I hope it made you feel more positive and happy. I hope it uplifted you in some way. If you guys have any questions or you guys have anything you want to add, make sure you leave it in the comments down below because I love talking to you guys and hearing what you have to say. And yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you do that before you leave. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.